Welcome back to the Caribou Data Science channel. Today is January 13th, 2021. Uh, Before we get started, I have an urgent plea for all you folks in Sweden. An urgent plea. That is, if you are a person of faith or religious conviction, pray for the United States of America. Pray that God will intervene in human history and save the United States of America. Pray that God will expose the lies of the devil, the lies of the Democrats, the lies of big tech, and the lies of the news media. Pray for America. Pray for President Donald Trump, the ex President Donald Trump. Again, I cannot emphasize enough, you cannot trust the news media in America. As I correctly report, the House of Representatives is trying to pass a law to have Donald Trump's reporters make America great again. Try to have that organization or anybody espouse anybody who follows his beliefs. They're trying to get him labeled a domestic terrorist. Donald Trump's followers have never engaged in any rioting or any type of violent unrest. Early this week, a collection of 1,500,000 Trump followers was in Washington, D.C., peacefully protesting the election. 10 of them tried to enter the state capitol, peacefully enter, and several of them were shot and killed, all unarmed. Several unarmed people were shot and killed by the palace guards. And the liberal media and Democrats are saying that this was a violent protest. There was no violence involved. There are reports that says that some of the protesters even took selfies with some of the police officers who were there. They took selfies on the Capitol steps, never with any violence, never anything any remotely appeared to be violence. So again, pray for America, pray for Donald Trump. And once again, you cannot trust any of the news media in America. You may need to go to maybe Voice of America or maybe Al Jazeera. English, you may be able to trust, but I'm not sure about those two. So again, be very cautious with anything you hear about America. Okay, now let's get on with your report. Okay, Swin. Now let's take a look at the. Let's take a look here at your report. I got a little surprise for you in this report in a moment. Okay, so what we got here? This is the plot of cases for December. I want you to notice this gap here. I want you to notice this spike and this gap. This number here is the numbers from the total numbers from Friday, Saturday, Monday, and Tuesday. If we ignore this part down here, look what this looks like. Oh my gosh, you have this massive spike in cases. No, you don't have a massive spike. Why would they do this? Why would your government do this? Okay? Why would your government switch this type of Tuesday through Friday recording? There is no good statistical reason for doing it. The actual numbers for these days here was probably closer to this average here. Okay, this is basically the same information using a 7-day moving average, because what you can see here now is there's not nearly. Notice this is all December. You don't have as nearly as many cases as you do here. All the gaps are filled in. So this is probably close. So this up here had a spike of over 30,000 cases. But this here has a spike of about 7,000. Look at the difference it makes. Okay? The same thing with deaths. Look at all these gaps when you weren't recording any deaths. Friends, this line here is misleading. Here's again what looks like a 7-day moving average. All right? Let's take this here. Let's just do something real quick. Let's just come down here. Let's just do this as a line plot. See what this looks like. Let's just run this one more time, okay? And when we smooth it out, this is what it looks like. You lose a lot of the gaps, all right? And the numbers are closer. This number is closer to 100. This is so. This number here is a total for the previous 7 days. Where's the over 200? Where's the over 300 deaths here? Okay, the average is not 300 deaths. Cases, 7-day moving average. Let's try one more thing just for the fun of it. Let's change these to area. Okay, so once again, the gaps, but an average tells a different story. Okay, it's 100 cases, deaths, not not over 200. These are Sweden's daily cases. Again, look at the average here. What happened to all these? What happened to all these numbers up here? Okay, there's daily deaths. Look at the difference. This says over 300 deaths, but yet this says only 100 deaths for 7-day moving average. For the previous 7 days, you've averaged about 100 deaths, not 300 deaths. Okay. Once again, this is the weekly numbers you can see here. You can see that there's a chance you may not catch this number here or any of these numbers here. So it remains to be seen. You notice also the weekly total rolls up all those numbers into a single number. So therefore, this here is a more accurate way than daily numbers at this point. Okay. Once again, a huge spike in deaths back here. We'll see what happens. Weekly cases or monthly cases, monthly deaths. This is this is a plot of the total cases for the countries with between 9 and 12 million residents, which Sweden appears somewhere in this number right here. But you can see that Sweden is in second place with a total of 75,000 cases. Okay, and you can see that the Sweden has the most deaths so far. Total deaths with over 2,000, probably close to 3,000. Now what we do here, we take these numbers here and we split the total cases by day out by country. And you can see here, this type of plotter gives you an idea of all the space underneath here. So while Sweden may have a higher spike, notice also that this y-axis here is adjusted for the number of cases. Okay, so while Sweden had over 15,000 cases at one point, it didn't have a lot of room down here. Okay, let's take a look at the same plot for deaths. Once again, you can see the area underneath the plots. Notice the sun spike up here back in January. Okay, this is cumulative total cases. You can see they continue to climb up here. Don't be too alarmed about these plots because this type of cumulative plot can never go down. Can never go down. You may have heard the buzz phrase, flattening the curve. Well, see, this right here is what's meant. But now the curve isn't flattened anymore. So let's take care of deaths now. You can see you had a flattening the curve here. but now it's starting to climb back up. Now we take the cumulative cases, split it out by country. Again, you can see, you can compare the Sweden with the other 5 countries, and cumulative deaths. So what's the news here? Well, the news, quite honestly, isn't particularly good. I also, again, want to caution you about the official numbers because of the way because they're only recorded numbers, because they're on Saturday, Sunday, Monday's numbers on the Tuesday numbers. Be very cautious about that. I mean, question that. There's a big, huge question mark with that decision. Okay. I know also that Spain does the same thing with Saturday and Sunday. They had Saturday and Sunday's numbers on the Monday numbers, which again which distorts the numbers a little bit. I would say the good news is your numbers aren't nearly as bad as the official numbers are reporting, are nearly as bad as the official numbers are reporting. Okay, the daily cases aren't nearly as high as is being reported. Now, to a certain extent, the official numbers aren't wrong. They're just simply misleading in the way that they're using them. Okay. Before I let you go, again, I want to plead again for you to pray for America, pray for God to intervene in America and to protect the American Republic, and also to protect President Trump and his followers from all form from violence. Because if violence comes, it'll come first from the left. Okay? Thanks so much for your time. We'll catch you on a later report.